lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. And, I always said that I would never make a video and say, oh my goodness, it's been so long since I made a video. But it has been a while since I have sat in front of the camera. And I'll tell you why. I have just had a couple of weeks of craziness. Now, we're all busy this time of the year. And probably like you, I struggle with the whole commercialism and all of the madness of the modern world, and I often take my eyes off of the real meaning of Christmas, which is depicted right there. So I'm slowing down today, and just about a week before Christmas. But really, for the last 2 weeks, I'll just tell you quickly, and then what am I going to do today? Okay, I have packages to open, and I'm so excited. I feel like I should wait until Christmas, but I don't want to make you mad, for those of you who sent them. So I'm going to open these packages today. But let me give you a little preamble. The battery on my car died. I was out. And then had to manage to get to a garage to get a new battery. And then the battery they actually sold me was a bad battery, and it died again the next day. And I was doing the battle between two mechanics, my local mechanic in Philly and a mechanic about an hour away. So I had a couple of 2 or 3 days of, is the car gonna start? Where am I gonna be, stranded in Jersey, in Philly? Where am I gonna be? So we got that straightened out. And then I slammed one of my fingers in my car, Woo, in the glove compartment. And I slammed it to the point where I didn't cut myself, but it was like smashing a tomato. And blood all over the thing. I'm being dramatic. There was a lot of blood. Fingernail turned black. So it was hard to type on the computer without using that finger. Couldn't play the piano, couldn't tie my shoes. You really appreciate, 10 healthy fingers when they're all in good condition. So this one's working everything is working well now. And then I got a sinus infection. Now look, those of you who don't have sinus problems, you guys can go fix yourself a hot chocolate or something, and the rest of us will commiserate. All of you other sinus sufferers out there, and my father had sinus issues, my grandmother had them, I have them. There are times when it's so bad you just want to take a screwdriver and drill a hole right here in between your eyes. The sinuses are so bad your teeth ache, your eye sockets ache. Anyway, it took me several days to get that out of my system. And look, I love you guys, but to save you the hassle of typing remedies, I have tried everything over the last 30-some years of me getting sinus problems. And it just, I've done everything. The humidifiers, the dehumidifiers, mustard plaster, Vaseline glass, just kidding. Eating raw horseradish, cough drops, neti pots. I almost drowned myself with a neti pot. It was like a scene from a movie I don't ever want to see again. So, and no medication, Claritin D, I've tried everything. I usually just end up suffering through it. But it is not and did not rob me of the Christmas spirit. I'm feeling wonderful. And now that I've just spent, what do we do? We sit around and we talk about our health problems. You didn't tune in to hear that. But hey, I'm keeping it real because I also read an article in the newspaper a couple of days ago about the studies of, depression and watching social media and really feeling like, gosh, everybody has a much more exciting life than I do, and you know, everybody's younger, thinner, more hair, more money, nicer car, whatever. And it can really depress people. And so, listen, I kind of just wanted to give you some, listen, I have ups and downs, and I'm in and out, and there's issues in my life and problems and things, and I had a few difficult days. My father's birthday was December the 10th. He would have been 75. I lost my dad 7 years ago, tragically and unexpectedly. And, you know, he was the hero of my life. So it's difficult with his birthday being on December the 10th. And then my dad was an only child. And his father, my grandfather, his birthday was on Christmas Day. So I had a very small family on my dad's side, and they're all gone. So, hey, I feel you. I hear it. I'm there with you. I miss people this time of the year too, and I try to focus on the wonderful memories that I have, and I have so many. I am so blessed to have had a wonderful, loving father, grandparents, great-grandparents, so many family members who mean so much to me, who are gone now, but I am happier than I am sad this time of year. I just wanted to share that, just kind of let you know it's been kind of a the last 2 weeks, but is it okay for me to tell you that? I mean, I know a lot of people have already done the thumbs down and you turned on to other channels, but I just want to be honest, just be honest. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling physically good, mentally good. It's about a week before Christmas, okay? And I've got some packages to open. And then I'm really going to try to pump out some videos for you. And it's going to be all over the place. I filmed stuff at Thanksgiving I haven't shown you yet. I attended a wonderful concert that my mother was in. I haven't shown you clips of that yet. Had a wonderful historic tour of the old houses in the town where I was born, the city where I was born. And I'm going to show you some of that. So there's going to be some videos coming up where I'm in a thrift shop, and then I'm at a concert, and then it's back to Thanksgiving, and you're going to say, what in the heck is going on? Just I've got a lot of footage that I'm going to just kind of piece together the best I can and share with you. But let's see what's in these packages. What do you guys, this is hot cider today. And it's not a terribly cold day here in Philadelphia, but I know that we're in for it. I think we're gonna have some of our coldest temperatures overnight, tomorrow night, like down in the teens, that kind of thing. Larry, thank you. Larry sent me, now this is the second one I have. Another subscriber sent me an old Curiosity plate made in the USA. You would think this would be made in England because it's Charles Dickens, but made in the USA, the old Curiosity shop, and I'll let you see it. You see? And I have another one that another subscriber sent a while ago. So I have two, and I actually have a guest coming over for dinner tonight. I have a pot roast in the oven right now, and we're eating off of my two old Curiosity Shop plates. So this came a while ago, and Larry, thank you. I love it. I really appreciate it. All right, next. Now this I already, so it wouldn't take forever to unload it or open it. This is a box that came from, this is from Deborah in Wisconsin, W-I. And she is from, well, I'll just say Deborah from Wisconsin. So I open this up, and there's a card in there with a snowman on the back of it. I don't know, it says Merry Christmas, Scott. And then, I don't know, should I do this? I guess I probably should. This is really, it seems like I shouldn't be doing this until Christmas. And it's a Hallmark card, and it has a Santa Claus on it. And it says, I think it's like a pop-up book. Look at that. Look at this. It's sort of, I think I'm supposed to squeeze it. It's three-dimensional. Look at the cat. I think there's a way for me to set it up, to stand it up. Yeah. I'll do that later and put it in a video. But thank you. And it says, love from your friends, fans, Ed and Deb. Deb? What did I say? Yeah, Ed and Deb. So I'm going to stand this up, pop this up, and put it somewhere. So that's really neat. Okay, we have, somebody is asleep, but somebody's going to be excited. Look at this. This says, Salem, we love you, grain-free, ocean whitefish and egg recipe. He is fast asleep, you can't see him. He's down here near the fire where he likes to be. And he will love this. So thank you, Deb and Ed. And Salem says thank you. Okay, I know you can't see, I don't think you can see what's down here. All right, I have a lid of some sort. Okay, so I have a lid, right, of something. This is already 12 minutes long. This video is going to be so long. So some kind of a lid. So here, I'm trying to get this completely out of here. Look at this! Oh my goodness! Look at this. This has to be Japan. Patented. It is. It's a made in Japan, and this made in Japan label on the bottom dates it to the 1920s and 30s. It's a camel pot with the lid and the original handle. Look at that. I love this, and you know what I'm going to do with it? This is going to be part of my Christmas display. This is going to be the biggest camel that ever visited the manger scene. So look out, baby Jesus. Move over, cattle. This is really neat. Now I can't fit it up there right now, but that is really beautiful. It's unique. I've never seen it before. And all I can say is thank you. I love that. You see that? I'm going to take you on a Christmas tour at some point as well. Wow. Okay, so Ed and Deb, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, these I haven't opened yet. I'm going to have to turn the camera off and go get a scissors or a knife or something. But this one I did split. I feel bad. This says Happy Thanksgiving. That's how long I've been sitting on this. And this comes from Maryam, M-A-R-Y-A-M, and she's in Wisconsin. Was the other one Wisconsin? I'm gonna look like such a fool if W-I is not Wisconsin. Typical Northeasterner to like not know. So these are two from, yeah, W-I is Wisconsin. So I have 2 boxes from Wisconsin. Wow. Okay, and this is Miriam. Okay. Okay, and it says, oops. It says vintage butternut squash scooping spoons. See which style works best. LOL. Please say, save president? You're the president of the Bakelite Society? Is that what that says? I didn't know there was a Bakelite Society. Are you the president of the Bakelite Society, or am I just reading this wrong? Oh my goodness. I can't believe the cat has not gotten up. He is really tired. So, you know what? I might have to get, okay. All of this paper gets recycled by being burnt in the fireplace. So these are some spoons, some vintage spoons for me to use instead of, oh, they are kind of deco. This one is very deco. And this one could be like for grapefruit. Oh, these are cool because they're serrated. Is that what you say? Look at that one. That's really deco. That looks like it's from like a 1928 Woolworth's lunch counter. I'm not sure what they say because I can't see. And look how it's, okay, this is much better for scooping out, you're right. This is much better for scooping out butternut squash than what I was using. So, wonderful. And I don't have anything like that. I don't have any little serrated spoons. I'm not sure if serrated is the word. It's probably not. What do I know about spoons? All right, so there's two more things in here, I think. Let me put this on the flow. And get this one open. This feels like a picture frame of some sort. It is a picture frame. What I do with vintage postcards. Oh, what I do with vintage postcards. Happy Thanksgiving, Scott. Now see, I should have opened this for Thanksgiving, and you can't see it, I'm sorry. Look what she did. She has framed this beautiful vintage postcard of a Thanksgiving. Can you see that? It says Thanksgiving greetings, and it's two children at a table with a turkey, like a children's table, and it's framed, and even the back of it. And it says 1916. You can even see the back of it. Wow. That is really nice. It's a beautiful frame. I will be using this definitely for Thanksgiving next year. Probably going to leave it out now because that's very classy. I like that a lot. What a great idea to have glass on both sides so you can see the old postage stamp and everything. Wow. So, Miriam, thank you so much. And there's something else in here. And then I still have two more things to open. And let's see what this is. And this is, that's my evil clock. You're kidding. You are, do you guys know do you recognize this? Okay, so about last summer, I went to a thrift shop and I bought a little grease pot in this pattern. And I knew it was a grease pot, but I couldn't remember who made it. And then I did some research, or you guys told me, that it was the Hall Sunglow pattern, I think, Sunglow. And then another subscriber about 2 months ago sent me the salt and pepper shakers, so I would have the grease pot, the two salt and pepper shakers as a range set, and Miriam sent me the mixing bowl in the same pattern. Look at that. And it says oven proof, what does she say inside? Vintage butternut squash innards, slop bowl. Thank you for sharing. No, thank you. This is fantastic. And I'm gonna put it with the salt and pepper shaker and the grease pot, which I keep my ginger snaps in. And this is wonderful. I love the 1940s colors to it. And you guys have added to my collection. And I really appreciate that. So, okay, so 2 from Wisconsin. Thanks everybody. Okay, 2 more to go. This is from Jolie in York, Pennsylvania. Beautiful York, Pennsylvania, about an hour outside of Philadelphia. York. Yes. Lots of antique shops out there. It's out past Lancaster. It's a beautiful part of this state. Haven't been there for a while. And I know what this is because she told me what she was going to send me. And then it took me forever to write back. She sent me, she says, may your Christmas time be filled with fun and lots of joy for everyone. Dear Scott, thank you for your videos and you for being you. Well, thank you, Jolie. And she told me she was going to send me these. These, I'm going to try to show you, are so adorable. I'm not even going to want to send them to anybody. This is, you have to be a cat owner or a cat lover to appreciate what cats get into and what they do. Look at these. So there he is tearing up a house plant. The only house plant I have is a snake plant because that's the only thing he won't mess with. Of course, hiding in the kitchen cabinets, which is what they do. These are wonderful. I don't even want to send these to anybody. Sitting right in the middle of the stove where you're not supposed to be. Jolie, these are a hoot. Oh yes. That's how I wake up most mornings at about 5 o'clock. I love it. These are really neat. Who did the work on these? It just says Kelly, 1986. And then in the baby, is he in the baby chair? Babies, I think he's trying to get in the baby chair, yeah. That is really cute. I appreciate that, and I'm not going to want to send those to anybody. I'm going to want to keep them. Jolie in York, Pennsylvania, thank you. 23 minutes. Let me wrap this up. I've got one more package, and this just came today. It says, I won't do the last name. The first initial is B, so I got to see what's on the inside. And this one comes from Rochester, New York, which I think was the home of the Kodak. Isn't that where the Kodak film company was for all those years? Wasn't that in Rochester, I think? You guys are laughing at me saying that it's going to get chilly in the teens. Buffalo and Rochester and up that way, that's where it gets really cold. Okay, so this is what I'm doing off camera. Oh, so I finally did the tree. I think I told you that I was really late in decorating because we never really did the tree until Christmas Eve. But it's up and decorated. I've got my dad's old Lionel train underneath. I'm going to show you that later. And show you some of the other decorations later in another video. And this says, hi Scott, thanks. And then this is a card. And it has... it says thank you, and there are some flowers on the front. I think is that pansy? That even looks painted. Did you paint that? I don't know much about flowers. And this is a long note, and it says, just a note to say thank you for sharing your love and knowledge of vintage items with us. And then she talks about the green glass caddy that she saw me thrift. And it says, good news, I have an extra creamer and sugar that I hope will match your caddy. Oh, woo! I have 2 sets that she acquired from her grandma, and she doesn't need 2. I think it's she. Yeah, it's Beatrice. Okay, so it's Beatrice in Rochester, New York. Please accept these and thank you. Keep up the good work. See you soon on YouTube. Happy holidays, sincerely. Okay. I can already tell, I can already tell these are going to be fantastic. I don't have the caddy out at the moment, so I can't show it to you on it. But yes, I have that green caddy with no cream and sugar, and these are going to be fantastic, and they're Art Deco. Look at that. That is fantastic. I think this is called either rib optic, block optic, paneled optic, something like that. And it's probably, it could be Hocking glass, because it wasn't anchor Hocking until 1930, I want to say 1937. So this is probably either Hocking or Hazel Atlas. It's not marked Hazel Atlas, so it's probably Hocking. I don't care who made it. These are fantastic. Ah. Wow. What is your name? Beatrice. These are going to be perfect. They're going to be perfect on my the caddy that I have, which is depression green, and these are going to be absolutely perfect. I don't know what to say. You know, I don't. There are. I think that this world is just. There's more kindness in this world than there is. Thank you, everyone who sent all of these things and who think about me. I just don't know what to say other than thank you. I appreciate you guys watching, my jiggly camera, you know, my jumping all over the place with my sentences, which sometimes I don't complete. And so, yeah. All right, so let me wrap this up, because I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to go there. Emotional stuff. Just thank you. I'm going to be try to pump out some more videos. I got a couple more thrift hauls to do for you. And but hey, it's Christmas time, and so enjoy it. And I hope that whether it's a very, very happy time for you or a time of somewhat mixed emotions, as it is for me. I sometimes have trouble during the Christmas season because of losses and so forth. But I just have to speak up and say that I'm so thankful each Christmas for the birth of our Savior. And so, anyway, I hope you know him as your Savior too. And if you don't, you want to ask me some questions, go ahead, all right? All right, so I'm done. I'm not going to get into any more of that kind of stuff. Oh, one more thing. Vintage Vinny and Rachel Superior Vintage Girl Rachel. I'm sorry, Rachel. Rachel Superior Girl Vintage Rachel up near Lake Superior. They both challenged me to do that question and answer thing where there are like 19 questions that you answer. Do you guys really want to know what my favorite candle scent is, or what my parents were going to name me if I was a girl? So, all right, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to march to the beat of my own drum and probably just talk about other stuff, like maybe how I got into loving antiques, where I learned the little bit that I know. Maybe just a little bit about some history and things, and I'll answer some of the questions, but so I'm going to do it. So thank you, Vinny, for asking me to do that, and also for Rachel, okay? All right, so now I'm done. You just spent like 35 minutes, but this was wonderful. Hey everybody, it's Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.